Hi, I'm Daniel Guzman, and I'm going to present to you the second deliverable, which would be the feasibility analysis of a project. So the economic analysis of our project per store, with taxes included, of course. Uh, and these are the assumptions for the net cash flow diagram that I'm going to show next. So for the investment, we're going to use the help of the tool of Power Automate. And the license costs 8,396, and for all the stores would come to a total of 43 pesos. And the water flow meters would come to 10,500 per store. The revenues would be, we're taking the base of 63 cubic meters per store, and that would come to a total cost per liter of 0.0757 pesos. And if we increase the efficiency of the 70% to a 90% for each store, we would be saving a total of 4,000 liters per month, which would come to 48,000 liters per store annually. And it would come to an economic savings of 3,600 pesos per year or 300 pesos per month. There's, of course, a yearly maintenance for the flow meters, and there's the taxes, which are already calculated from the water bill that we used as reference. So this is the economic analysis, the cash flow diagram. As seen, there's the 10,500 of the flow meters and a monthly subscription of 43 pesos for the Power Automate and a net saving of 3,300 pesos per month. And this is assuming, of course, that our project would optimize the water consumption by 20%. So the VPN, a single class, or the NPV for 10 years would be, well, the initial investment of 11,016 pesos of all the Power Automate for a year and the initial investment. So each year it will come to a annual savings of 3,633.6 pesos. And there's a discount rate of 10%. So if we use a formula for first the initial investment divided by 1 plus 1 0.1 to rising up to the power of 0, because it's the year 0, it would give us the same initial value. And as we progress, for the first year, we have the first saving divided by now to the power of 1, and we would get 3,303.27 pesos in savings. And now if we continue doing that all the way to year 10 and sum up all of these additions, we get a total of 10,292.33 pesos. And we can say that since the VPN or MPV is positive, it indicates that the project is expected to generate net profit at the end of 10 years. But at how much time is this going to be profitable? So this is why we did a ROI formula, or the return of investment, and a payback period without considering its inflation. So the ROI would come to the 0. This right here would be the cost per liter times the savings monthly times 12 for a year, minus the initial investment divided by the initial investment times 100. It would give us a negative 67.01% for the first year, which would indicate that it would not be profitable in 1 year. But if we look at the payback period, if we divide the initial investment divided by the annual savings, we would get that the project will begin to be profitable after 3.03 years. Now, there's the situation where the water flow meters know that they are in an oligopoly and not many people produce this type of flow meters. So they decide to raise their prices up by 40%. So how would the return of investments be affected without considering the taxes? Well, actually, the taxes are already there in the price value. So if we change the value of the flow meters from 10,500 to 14,700, which would indicate the 40% increase, would give us that it would be even less profitable for the first year. and the payback period would increment more than a year. So it comes to an economic decision for the company if they want to invest in a project that would take them more than a year more to get back what they invested in or not. So for this project, I did a SWOT analysis to determine the feasibility. So for the strength, Cafenio now has always had power negotiation because they have a lot of stores. It's a well-rounded brand. They have a standardized use of water products. They have huge software to increase efficiency with our implementation, detailed graphs, accuracy and reliability, and this is very replicable. The weaknesses would be the return of investment may seem very slow, uh, too many stores to control physically, not in a technological way, but physically. They have too many employees. Technicians don't have a lot of contact with store, and they need to have training requirements. Some opportunities may be new AI technologies, expand the software to other industries like their food within their Cafenio stores, the market expansion with the safe water and expand more stores, and the innovation leadership. Also, some threats, external threats to them would be the drought that our country has, government implementation of new laws that restrict them to our software use or external factors, and the technical failures that this software may have, and the cybersecurity risks of being hacked, and some more. And this all. Thank you for listening.